Well, okay, welcome back. This is Michael with EZS Marketing, and we're coming now to Module 2, Hosting. We're going to get hosting for the domain that you registered at GoDaddy. So first, a couple of key points. Why not do everything at GoDaddy? We don't do everything at GoDaddy because their hosting is not very reliable at GoDaddy. I know that they're the big gun and you see all their ads all the time, but they will close your window when you're trying to make changes on your site. They have some kind of a timer that decides you've been on there long enough, and so they'll kick you off. They also have outages more than many of the other hosting plans. So we don't do everything at GoDaddy, but we do register there because they have the best platform for registration. Now I'm going to move on to the next slide. Feel free to pause so that you can read the notes here. I don't think it's necessary to just read you all the things that I've put here. So why we don't do everything in HostGator? Because their platform for registration of domains is a nightmare. They make you log in with different logins and different passwords almost for every site that you register. So I have a couple of sites over there, and every time I need to go in and renew, I have to start digging for all the passwords. So it's just better to get your registrations done at GoDaddy and then get your hosting at HostGator because they have the best cPanel and the best way to manage all of your hosting accounts. Again, feel free to pause the slide even though I'm going to move on, if you want to read some of this stuff. Okay, to get to HostGator.com and to get their hosting, you want to go to HostGator.com/shared. This is for their shared hosting because you don't need a special IP address for your first site. There may come a time where you'll need that, and that's something you can always look at later. But right now, you need shared hosting. They have a baby plan, the hatchling plan, that is their cheapest. The baby plan will be useful if you decide to get more sites, which if you are an internet marketer, you probably will. If you do, then it's very easy to contact HostGator and move yourself up to an upgrade from the hatchling to the baby plan. So to get started, let's just use the hatchling plan, make it simple, and start right here. Click in this box right here, click this Order Now button. It will bring up this page next. You're going to see right here, it says I already own this domain. You already do because you registered it at GoDaddy. So you want to put that domain name in here. Double check the spelling because this is going to be how you log into your control panel. So if you fill it out wrong, it's not that it won't work. It is going to work, but it's going to be not what you want. So make sure that you spell it right, especially in a hatchling plan. This is what you need to do to log in. It's going to tell you it's available 99.99% of the time because this is actually your domain. And since you registered it, it's not very likely that anyone else is going to have it. Choose the hatchling plan and choose how you want to pay it, whether you want to pay it 12 months at a time or a month at a time. That's where you select that. Next place is pick a username. You need to pick how you're going to log into your cPanel. So most people just use their name. Some people use other special stuff, but I found it easier to use something that you know you're going to always remember. So your name or your initial and your last name, something like that. The security pin, you're only going to need this if you contact HostGator support. If you call them on the phone, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that it's really you they're talking to. So you need to remember the security pin. So whatever you select, make sure it's something that's going to come back to mind pretty readily when you talk to them on the phone. Now you need to set up your billing. You're going to choose an email here for them to email you. First name, last name, company, if you have one. Just fill these all out completely and then pick a credit card or PayPal to take care of paying for your hosting. Now that you've done that, you're going to click to pay, and lo and behold, here's another upsell. HostGator tries to get you to pay for an add-on as well. I don't imagine that you'll need this. They try to sell it to everybody. Every time I put a new domain in here, this thing comes up. So just uncheck the box right here and then you can move to the next window, which you're going to confirm the amount. HostGator automatically fills in this coupon code based on how many months you decided to pay for up front. Check this amount down here, make sure it makes sense. You can look here and see the discount. See, they have a 45-day money-back guarantee, and they do honor that. Their customer service, I have always found them to be very, very helpful. So these are all important. Click the terms and conditions that you've read them. It would not be a bad thing for you to go and read them. They do have some terms and conditions that might apply to your site. One thing that comes to mind, on a shared hosting account, you cannot host videos to run. So that's one thing that they might ask you going down the road. So if you're going to put videos on your site, just upload them to YouTube or one of those shared sites and then link back to them. Then you can create your account. You will get this email from HostGator. This is the very, very critical information that you have to be able to get into your site. You will have this right here. This right here is where you renew, or where you have to update your ICANN information, your address and all that kind of stuff that has to be done by law. Here's the password to get into this. Your control panel is right here. It's your domain/cpanel. Your username and your password that they're going to assign for you to get in. You can always change it when you get into your domain, but this is what you're going to need to get in first off. These are your name servers. We're going to need these when we go back to GoDaddy, so we can tell GoDaddy where to point your domain. So you can print it, you can save it on your computer. I save it on the computer in a folder, and I also print a hard copy so that, you know, if everything else fails, I do have a hard copy and I know how to get into my domains. The last thing we need to do is we're going to go to GoDaddy and we're going to tell it how to talk to HostGator. So now you have your domain name, now you have your hosting. We are ready to start building your site. So Module 3 is next. This is Michael from Easy Ask Marketing, and I will see you in Module 3.